What is up, Butt Check fam? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful morning, a full week of checking these buttons. Thank you for tuning in. As always, chapters down below. You want to skip around to a certain subject, man, we got a hot ass one today, and that sub button is as hot as ever. Go ahead and click on that. Thank you for helping the channel grow. I appreciate the love. So without further ado, y'all already know how we do it. Let's check these buttons because it's HT, the most glorious day of the week. Let's go.
Let's go by and get down real slick, man. I hope the kids ain't around. It's funny.
All right, now into the Marvel vs. Capcom 4. That's right, you heard me right. Buttons that need to be checked. All right, so first off, I want to thank everybody who tagged me in this story. This just jumped off, man, like yesterday. Well, by the time you're watching this video, about 2 days ago. Okay, so apparently comicbook.com, right, wrote this piece, this article the other day entitled Marvel vs. Capcom 4 Rumor Leaks Release Date and Roster. Okay, so it starts right here saying a new and rather dubious Marvel vs. Capcom 4 rumor is making the rounds, making some big claims in the process. At the moment of the writing, this is a new Marvel vs. Capcom game that has not been announced, but according to the rumor in question, one is in the works and is aiming to release sometime during the late 2024. While the game would be the 7th mainline installment, it's reportedly going to be called Marvel vs. Capcom 4, immediately giving it more significance. The rumor doesn't mention platforms, but it does divulge the roster, which it claims is comprised of 21 Marvel characters and 21 Capcom characters. The Marvel characters are as follows, and then you can see it lists all of them, anywhere from Iron Man to Thor, Hulk, Mr. Fantastic, and so on. I'll list them, of course, right here on the screen. Meanwhile, the Capcom characters are as follows. You get Ryu, Luke, and then, of course, I'm going to list them all on the screen as well. And then, of course, the article continues, but it gets interesting right here because I know a lot of you are thinking this. It says, okay, for the source, or now for the source of the rumor and the red flags it raises, all of this information comes from an anonymous Reddit user who does not say how they are privy to this information. In the past, some of the biggest leaks have come from an anonymous Reddit and 4chan users, but both have also been responsible for a mighty amount of hogwash as well. All of this is to say, take everything here with a massive grain of salt. This is just a rumor, and a dubious one at that. And then, of course, this rumor gets even bigger because now it's making its rounds through Twitter. You got FGC pros, a lot of people hoping at least that there's some truth to this. Justin posted this saying, let me believe it and don't tell me otherwise, okay? In the comments, a lot of people, you can see they're hoping that it's real, but also I would say more people calling it fake, or people are like, nah, this is just like a troll. We refuse to believe it, especially when we can't really point out a source. Although the article does point out, even though it's anonymous, some of the biggest leaks in the past have also been anonymous, but also some of the most altogether fake ass information has also come from anonymous. So there you go. And it gets even deeper right here because Mr. Maximilian weighs in saying, pro tip, any leak that mentions what higher level executives feel about previous or current projects from large companies without a source is always 100% fabricated bullshit. And of course, the FGC pretty much agrees with that train of thought. Somebody by the name of Digit points out something interesting because I think we actually skipped this part in the article, but they took a snippet right here. And it says, this is what sells the comedy of the article to me. And right here you can see it says, Arc System Works has been reached out to help with the game's development. So there you go. Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is confirmed. It's coming next year, so be sure to copy your copy. And also on a similar note, I am the biggest YouTuber there is. I have a huge 24-inch penis and I shit $100 bills. All right, next up into I Ain't No Bitch buttons that need to be checked. This one pops off in the world of Brian to the F taking the streamers or taking his audience to school right quick. So apparently he posted a stream on his YouTube channel not too long ago. I think by the time you guys are watching this, I think just like 2 days ago. So I guess what happened, like he lost a match or somebody was talking some trash in the chat or said that they beat Brian F every now and then. Somebody else made a comment saying you should ban him or why don't you block him, something like that. And then Brian F follows with this answer, taking everybody to school. Check out the quick clip.
Why don't you blacklist him? Because I'm not a fucking bitch? Or are you kidding me? I'm offended at the fucking suggestion. Straight up. That's a loser-ass behavior. You think I would have gotten to this point if I blacklisted? Oh no, this guy can beat me sometimes. I'm gonna blacklist him. You think you would be sitting here in my chat right now if I did that? Oh no, I'm being challenged a little bit. Instead of growing from this experience, let me run away from it and never grow as a player. I know that's most people, but that's not me. We go for the run back and we take the W next time.
How could you not applaud that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know much about Brian Epp as far as like personally, you know what I'm saying? I've seen him at a couple tournaments and whatnot. Never had the pleasure of talking to him, but this right here, I think I just learned something. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a dope ass to me. This is like that old school mentality that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? So I applaud that shit. This dude said, they said, why don't you block him? He said, because I'm not a bitch. And then he said straight up. I didn't even know he used terminology like that. Because that's also something I would say. I feel old school as hell right now. He goes on to point out like it's a weak ass mindset. Like just because somebody can beat you, you're gonna block them. He's like, that's part of, maybe you would do something like that, but I'm not gonna do something like that because that's part of life. It's part of growing. And of course the FGC responds, but then it brings up another discussion, right? Because people are like, he recently had to clear out his blacklist because it was full. Others respond saying, yeah, but it was because of a bad connection on the blacklist. So there's definitely some context there. I mean, you gotta see why. So he had a lot of people blacklisted, but they were like, it wasn't because of the weak mindset or people that were beating him. It was because they had a weak ass connection. And that brings up that discussion, right? Because other people in the comment section are like, yo, it's okay to block people. It's okay to have them blacklisted, but usually you should only do it because they have a bad connection. And that's a good topic to debate, right? Because from the dawn of time, we've seen streamers. You've seen a lot of streamers out there blacklist people, right? Block people, right? Because they get salty or because they lose or yada, yada, yada. Maybe they talk shit. They don't like the way they play and whatnot. But you've also seen people say, that's a weak mindset. You're not going to grow that way. And the only way you should blacklist people is because they have a weak ass connection. I don't know. I think to each their own in a way. Like I do believe that you should only blacklist them if the connection is bad. But I also believe that every now and then there's just trolls out there that just are straight up jackasses. And I'm not talking about just the way they play. I'm talking about like if they're DMing you, if they're threatening you or being racist or some shit like that, sending you messages. That's something like that, blacklist, because they're pieces of shit.
I should be dead. That was pretty damn good. That was pretty damn good. Here we go, here we go. Get him, I knew he was gonna wake up like a scrub. Kill. Then he said back again, yeah, you lagged during my kill combo, you piece of shit. So it's my fault that he missed his combo. Also, though, this is the funniest part. Spick. So right before I say anything, he goes to the race card, and now I'm a spick because I have an imaginary lag switch. The salt is real, y'all.
But besides that, if somebody's just beating you and then you blacklist them, that's some weak ass shit. But that's just me. What do y'all think? There it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. Thank you for the amazing love as always. And of course, it is HT. We gotta end it on that HT vibe, and I gotta feature this cosplayer because so many people tagged me just in the last week alone. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for the love and showing me who to nominate. And here you go. Profile on the screen. Link in the description field. Caytie to the cosplay. I think we featured her before. If not this year, last year, but definitely. First up, she hits us with that Tekken cosplay. Bam! Ladies and gents, she says Tekken ring, and Nina answered. And I think, first of all, I gotta thank Tekken for calling, because the fact that Nina answered, I'm glad she answered. I'm glad she answered the call, is what I'm trying to say. I'm finna ask Tekken to call again. Call again, Tekken, keep calling. We need to keep Nina on the phone. Then she hits us with that Street Fighter cosplay. Bam! She hits us with that Jury, and this one to me is perfection as well. So definitely check out Caytie Cosplay. Link in the description. Show us some love. Thank y'all. How y'all feeling? And how y'all feeling with this HT? We got this full week. Thank you guys, man. Once again, I'm working on a giveaway. We'll see how soon we can make that happen. But for now, I just thank y'all. Thank y'all for the massive love. I'm striving so hard to hit this 50K. I see a lot of my homies this year hitting 100K, and I couldn't be more happy for them, man. So that's the goal this year. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys for the amazing love. We'll see you soon. If not tomorrow, definitely the next day. And thank you for showing the love for the shorts, because now what I'm doing, if I don't post on the day, I'm still showing like a clip in the short section in YouTube. So thank you guys for checking those out, man. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know, hey, personal experience, it's about to get better. Love you forever. Peace. Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
I'm no punk bitch.
I ain't no punk bitch neither.
I'm no punk bitch.